Today we're going to install the MasterLock DSKP0615 electronic keypad deadbolt. The first step in installing your deadbolt is to make sure all previous deadbolt materials are out of the door. As you can see, I've removed the deadbolt from all compartments. The first part you want to do is put in the locking mechanism inside the door. You notice that it says up right here. That means that this has to be in the upward position. So we're going to take it up and put it inside the locking mechanisms like this until it slides into place with the door. The two screws that are this length, not the long ones, and screw in the locking mechanism to the door. Tighten the screws as needed so that way the mechanism fits in the door hole. As you can see, the locking mechanism is now in the hole. Now we're going to put the exterior part of the deadbolt into the door. You notice you have these two wires coming out from it. You want to make sure to put those above for the gray wire and below the locking mechanism for the door. You also want to make sure that this part of the deadbolt is flat so it can go through the hole. So we're going to guide the gray layer above, the other wire behind, and the tumbler into the socket until it's on the door like that. This is what it should look like on the other side of the door. Gray wire above, other wire below, tumbler in the middle. Next we're going to guide the wires through the interior part of the deadbolt. The hole right there is where you want the gray wire to go through, and the wire at the bottom is where you want the black and red one to go through. So we're going to guide the wire through this hole right here. You want to make sure to keep it straight. And you're going to guide the black and red one into the hole right here. So they come out. Like this. Next you're going to want to plug them in. So the gray wire turns around like this and plugs into that compartment right there. And the red wire is guided up through this right here. Now you can see we have both wires attached. You want to make sure that there's no slack in the wires on this side of the doorknob, otherwise the cover plates will not go on correctly. Finally, you want to guide this part into the tumbler of the interior deadbolt compartment. Now you're going to want to use the long screws to attach the interior and exterior parts of the deadbolt. You want to make sure to hold the deadbolt on both sides of the door so they stay together. Then you're going to want to stick the screw through this hole right here, and you should feel it kind of fall into place. You're going to do the same with the opposite side. You should feel it kind of guide where it needs to go. And see, now it went into place when you kind of played with it a little bit. Once again, holding both sides of the deadbolt, you're going to screw in the long screws. When it gets pretty close to the end, you're going to want to switch screws so that they tighten at the same pace. When they're about even again, you can switch back to the first one and tighten it in all the way. Next, you're going to want to put the batteries into the compartment. Takes 4 AAAs. Next is when you get to put the cover plates on. You want to put the top one on first. And then the bottom one. Finally, you're going to put on the knob. You have to look for where the hole is for the set screw. Notice there's a little hole right there, and then that's where you're going to want to put that set screw into. You can have it right there, and then the best way to tighten that set screw is with a needle nose pliers. Now the deadbolt's completely installed. It can be used on here, or when you type in the password, can be used like that. Now, if it does not turn, you type in the password again. Unlocks. You also notice that if you push this button, it temporarily unlocks it from the outside, and then you can lock it without putting in the password and hit enter, and then it'll stop flashing.